Fill her up.
You're listening to the Gas Digital Network.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of Broad Motherfucking Topics. I'm your host, Kim Congdon, here with my favorite co-host,
Alex Scarlato.
What are you laughing at?
I can't believe the 180 you've done in the last 5 minutes. I'm impressed, dude.
Listen, honey, when it comes to business and showtime and money, I turn it on. If there's one thing I can do is turn it the fuck on.
Girl really knows how to turn it on.
Listen,
I'll tell
sweetie,
you.
Depression, anxiety, sadness, gone when that red button hits.
Shit was turned so far off 5 seconds ago. But she's on, baby. Don't worry about it.
Listen, baby, I bring the energy from my fans because I know they're here every week expecting the best. These people, they go through hard. This is Monday for people. This is the end of Monday. They've gone through it.
That's crazy. It's always Monday when when you're listening to us.
Yes.
That's kind of sad, honestly.
We're the best part of Mondays.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I don't want someone to have to go through a fun ass week and have to go through the Monday blues, and then they open up the pod and it's me going, well, I got something sad. Who wants that? Who would ever want that? Not me.
Nobody wants that.
I'm here for you guys. When I'm sad, I hold it in because I'm like your mother. I'm your mother. You ever have a mother in pain and she doesn't show you? Not me, but have you?
Kim, you're everybody's mother.
I'm everyone's mother. Have you picked that up from the visit?
Yes, you're everybody's mother. For sure.
I mean, the thing that's wild about my family is like when I come into town, it is so chaotic because they're all trying to see me and each other. And I'm like, you all live here.
I've noticed that too. Okay, so every family member has made one comment of like, oh, but I haven't seen so-and-so in so long, so I have to come meet up with you again today. So every family member has to be at everything because they don't see each other when Kim goes back to California, even though they live in like a 5-mile radius.
I can't help but be the life of every party. It's
really
true.
the glue holding her entire family together in a way that she's never asked for.
It's the bane of my existence.
And you know what? I've heard tale of coming down here to Florida to hang out with you and your family and how it can be wild. And my last visit here, it was really quiet. It was me, you, and your ex-boyfriend. We spent a lot of time together, and your mom was kind of in and out of the picture a little bit. This week, I feel like I've gotten the full experience.
Good.
I feel like the fourth Congdon girl.
I got to tell you,
the fifth.
I love when I have a friend come with me to town and they get to see, because I feel like
you feel validated.
I feel validated. I feel like people don't understand. Like when Nate and Tanner came here and then they came back, like they look me dead in the eyes and they're like, you should just be worse. Like you should never feel bad about anything you've ever done. You should be so much worse with what you've had to handle. And it makes me feel so good.
They probably had so much fun down here with your mom and dad.
Blast.
I don't know if our audience knows about that. It was like a project that was never seen through to completion, but a couple, you guys remember Nate from, if you're a long-term Gas Digital listener, you'll know Nate. Nate and one of our guys, Tanner, came down to Florida to interview Kim's parents as the first part of a docuseries that they were planning on like how comedians became who they are by like only looking at their families.
I think it's a great idea.
It's a great idea. I truly think that they quit after their first episode because they couldn't handle it.
Yeah, they were like, this is too much. They both needed to see therapists after one visit with my family. And it's not like I was going to say it's not like I was physically abused, but I kind of was also. I was going to be like, it's not like I was hit. And I was like, no, but I was hit. I wasn't molested. That's the only abuse that was left out.
Which is great because honestly, arguably,
one of the worst. It's one of the worst. It is one of the, it seems to be the most.
It seems to be the worst one.
It seems to be to negatively affect the most.
I think on this podcast before, we've said something about, no, I don't think so. I take it back. We did say we'd rather have our children raped than killed. It's like if you gotta rape him, bring him back alive. You know?
Please.
Yeah.
No, please
Yeah.
just rape him and give him back to mommy.
Rape him and give him back to mommy.
Mommy will fix it. That's fucked, dude.
It is
We should have
fucked.
bug spray. Are you getting bit?
Not yet. Well, I assumed that this like protective thingy helps a little bit with the bugs.
There has to be a hole in it.
I don't see any bugs in here. Well, yeah. If you guys are listening,
the sun. I think the sun might have poisoned me, to be honest.
if you guys are audio only listeners right now, you'll hear probably a couple chiggers, maybe some no-see-ums in the background. Just
you
ignore
hearing
it.
a chigger?
No, I
I'm
don't
at the
know.
grass.
Do they make noise?
I don't know. I think that I get like sun rashes.
You have a sun rash over here a little bit.
So I get like little pimply spots on my skin whenever I spend too much time in the sun. But yeah, my family is cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. Help.
Do you want to just do this episode now?
Yes. Let's get it out. We're in the moment now. Why not?
Sure. Yeah. So where do you want to start? You want to start from things that have happened this week?
Well, it all started when I was conceived December 25th, 1989.
On Christmas.
Yes. 9 months later, I popped out September 25th, 1990.
You're a Christmas baby.
Yes.
You were conceived on Christmas
My
night.
mother was a ho, ho, ho.
Well, I think Santa just came and slid right up your mom's chimney and dropped a little present
It
for
probably
her.
was a different Santa, not my dad.
Don't say that. That is the last thing you need, Kim.
A different dad.
Is to find out your father's not your father. You got to
Oh,
get to know
my.
a whole nother dad. That's crazy.
But if he was rich,
if he was rich,
and he
that'd
was
be
like
great.
excited to
But
have
I
a
hate
daughter.
to tell you, I met your father today and you've got his nose.
I thought you were going to say, and he's poor. And I was like, you're right about that too.
Both.
He's poor and he's got your nose. What'd you think of my dad?
Your dad is everything that he is on the phone. He was no surprises whatsoever because we've had conversations with him on the phone before.
Yes.
He reminds me of my Uncle Jimmy, who is from Georgia, although your father is a heck of a lot less racist.
Yes.
Your dad surprises me in being... we spoke to him for only 10 minutes and it already came up that he's definitely got very liberal politics. That surprised me.
Yeah, that changed.
He doesn't look like a liberal, I'll tell you that much.
He wasn't always. He used to be like low-key racist.
And I also thought he had some of the coolest cowboy boots on I'd ever seen in my life.
He's a cool guy.
He's a cool guy.
He's
You
a
can tell
really-
he's a really cool guy.
He's a really cool guy. This is the thing about my dad. This is the thing that's fucked up about my parents. God, I don't even know how to start this.
Guys, tune in. This is going to be a long episode.
My dad wasn't around much when I was a kid. He really put little to zero effort in raising us.
Okay.
I mean, truly, like, very weekend dad.
Well, I could tell by the relationship you guys all have with your mom over him. You guys are way closer with her. It's obvious. You spend all the time with her. You
Right.
see him. You stop and you say hello in a parking
I
lot.
mean, he
You guys-
literally-
we talked in a parking lot for 10 minutes and
then he
we said our
left.
goodbyes.
Yes. He literally was like, well, I was driving by, so I figured I'd see you.
Kim begged him to stay at the beach with us and he was like, not dressed. Can't.
I was like, please just swim for like 10
Please
minutes.
surf with me like I did when we were younger.
When we were, Papa. Papa.
She's going to cry again.
Let me tell you, being with my family,
It's okay, Kimmy.
being with my family.
I'm exhausted this week. I cannot wait to fly home tomorrow.
I can't believe I made it. I can't believe I didn't kill myself.
No, and beyond that, you are like a way independent person. You're successful, you're smart, you're funny. Everybody likes you. You know how to get on people's good sides.
All of those were kinda.
These are all in my eyes.
I'm smartish. I'm successful-ish, and I know how to get on good people's side-ish.
I don't know, Kim. I think you're doing really well from what I've seen here.
Yeah, my dad's cool. You met all my sisters.
I met all the sisters, which was an honor.
Yes. Pick your favorite. Go ahead.
Oh,
They all listen.
no, I can't. It would be impossible. I like them all for different reasons.
They all have different lovable, quirky traits.
very lovable qualities in all of them.
Yes, truly.
They're adorable. And I even told Haley today, I was like, what I don't think you understand is how much I love your sister Kim, and like by the transitive property, love you. Like I have like this overwhelming love for all of your sisters just because they're your sisters, and they didn't get that.
Yes, I know,
but I do.
That's so funny. Yeah, the family is unhinged, you guys. I mean, like, is there a moment of peace?
No, and the moments of peace don't feel like moments of peace.
Why?
Because there's always more. There's always more happening.
Yeah.
Somebody is always unhappy about something. I'll put it that way.
Yes.
Somebody's got a problem, and if when one person's problem is solved, it gets pushed. The next person has a problem.
There's always a
It's
problem.
almost like solving that person's problem is a problem for the next person.
It's true. It's a never-ending problem in my family, and it is like it is just quite like even and it overwhelms me so much. There's always something going on, always someone with a problem, and they do quite literally rely on me so much.
Yes.
To like solve it all, and like I have to be the plan maker, and it's like, why didn't Kim do this? And it's like I don't know.
Yeah, and when they do know like exactly what it is that's going to fix the situation, they call upon you to handle it. They're like, Kim, can you get the thing and go to the thing and whatever?
Oh, I get so tired.
Yeah, I get it.
It's exhausting. Guys, comment in the chat if you get tired. You ever get tired from your family?
I'm sure a lot of people feel this way. I mean, my family in the large group setting is chaotic. Like absolute chaos.
But they're all getting along.
Everyone's getting along is the only difference. But like, it's interesting because I actually feel kind of comfortable around your family, even when it's like sheer chaos, because my family displays a similar chaos without any meaning behind it.
Right.
None of them have any hurt feelings. It's just kind of in their Italian nature to be a little too loud and to be a little bit over melodramatic for no reason.
Yeah.
So I'm actually really comfortable with like the behaviors because I don't associate them with a real negativity.
Right.
Whereas you get way overtired with all of this because it's all attached to a very deep negativity of fighting.
It's all attached to fighting, and it becomes too much. And I can't do it. I'm fucking done, dude. I'm fucking done.
There was a point today where you were considering extending your stay for another 3 days.
I can't believe that. I can't believe I would ever think of that. There is something sick about me where it's like, I like pleasure spiked with pain. And that quote is me.
You.
That's me.
Yeah.
I like pleasure spiked with pain, and music is my aeroplane. It's my aeroplane. Pleasure spiked with pain. That's my family. They're the pain part. My friends and everyone else is the pleasure. They are a lot.
Yeah.
It is like, and they're fun.
They're so much fun.
They're so much fun. That's
They're
the
a
problem.
blast. And they all love each other so much. It's obvious.
You ever had that kid in your neighborhood that you played with, but you had a miserable time every time you played with them, but you went every day?
Yep.
That's my family. That is quite literally my relationship with them. It's my neighbor that I'm obsessed with, and all I want to do is make happy, and they just make me do chores and make me be the husband when we play house.
That was me and my neighbors.
That's me and my family. Is it not sort of the same relationship?
I told you about the time they invited me over, and I was so excited because I hadn't been invited over in a long time by them. And I went over there, and they were like, "We're going to put on a show for you in the backyard. Sit right here. Stand right here for the show." And so I stand right in the spot, and they had picked grass and put it in a circle of picked grass to show me exactly where to stand. And I was like, I'm gonna stand here and watch your show. And instead of doing a show, they're like, 1, 2, 3, heave, and they pull.
I've heard this story, and I truly love this. As someone who got bullied,
they pull it's like a series of jump ropes that are tied together, and there's a circle. The circle that I was standing in is just covered. The grass was just covering jump rope that was supposed to tag.
It was a trap.
It was a trap. It was supposed to grab me by the ankles, and then they would all heave, and they thought they were going to get me upside down, but they didn't realize that they weren't strong. It was like a tree house. It was like,
oh, these sick fucks tried to heave you up a tree.
They tried to heave me up a tree, but they didn't realize that they're fucking stupid little kids who aren't strong enough to lift another child.
Not these weak bitches trying to heave my girl.
So instead, my legs are just up in the air, and they're kind of half pulling me up and then dropping me. Yes, crying.
No,
they tortured me.
No,
you think do you think I went back the next week for more?
Yes, you did.
I did.
Did you tell your mom what happened?
Yes,
and I bet she was like, "Don't go over there anymore."
She hated that.
She was like, "If you don't want to be bullied anymore, don't go over there, Alexandra."
And then the next day, I'm crying because she won't let me go over there, and they're the only friends in the neighborhood. They're the only kids.
You just needed a sibling.
I just needed a sibling.
You know, but I will tell you, my mom bullied me like that. My mom would heave me into a rope. Let me tell you, one time, my mom, when I first got into stand-up, convinced a guy to pretend he was my fan.
No.
So she can videotape me get excited.
No.
And then tell me that he's really not.
That's evil.
I know.
Fucking evil, dude.
I know.
But
you saw her
there has been
push door close on the elevator on me, right?
1,000 examples of that this weekend, by the way.
Yeah, go ahead, tell them. Tell them so they feel bad for me.
Wait, I can't think of them one by one, but there's just...
I'll tell you, she pushed the elevator door close on me.
She did.
Just to see it hit me.
And you had already been afraid of that particular elevator.
Yeah.
It's like the first time we stepped in the elevator, it like went
Dropped
down a little bit, and Kim was like, I'm uncomfortable with this. I'm going to jump in and jump out whenever we're using this. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that was kind of fucked up. That was wrong.
She tried to scare me. What else did she do to try to scare me? At one point, you looked at me and go, your mom likes to scare you a lot, huh?
Oh, yeah. Because we had all come back really late at night, and I didn't have a room key, and you didn't have a room key. And she was like, oh, I don't have one either. And she let us believe that for like a good minute and a half in front of the door before she was like, just kidding.
It's just, if there is a calm moment, she likes to disrupt it with worrying me. She likes to worry me.
Yeah.
It's in her blood. Like, I'll be like, man, it's such a beautiful day. She goes, yeah, but we could die at any moment. It's like, please.
Not the coconut.
Please.
Not the $9 Coke.
My sister, my poor sister wanted for 3 days.
She's been saying it since Tuesday.
My quietest sister. She asked for nothing, truly. All she does is help and offer. And all she's been saying is she just wants a coconut on the beach.
She just wants to drink fresh coconut water from a coconut.
She had this sweet little idea. She just wanted to sit and have a cold coconut on the beach. And she was like, man, I can't wait to get the coconuts on the beach. She goes, yeah, $9. That'll be worth it. It's like, shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. Shut up.
Oh, man.
What's another example?
The boogie board today. That was way drama, though, because that was like 2 hours of reciprocal.
We're going to call that Boogie Gate of 2022.
Then we also had phone charger gate.
Tell them.
Because I feel like I'm talking shit about your family. You're supposed to be telling
this before she comes out and hits me.
I don't want to talk shit. I feel like this is...
But she's a cunt.
These are your stories to tell, sister.
What was the second one? A charger.
Charger gate.
She just... I was looking for my charger, and I see it in her hand. And I know it's my charger because my charger, it's the same, the square part is my MacBook square part. And it's one of those little ones that's not like regular sized.
It's like a USB-C
USB-C,
thingy.
yeah. God damn it, I'm getting bit up.
Yeah?
Yeah. So I'm going to put my hoodie on.
They don't like me.
So I see it in her hand and I say, hey, you have my charger. And she instantly yells and goes, that's my charger. And I'm grabbing it from her bed and she yanks it out of my hand. She's like, no, I bought it. This is mine.
It was brand new.
It's brand new. And I'm looking at it, I go, this is not a brand new charger. Look at all the scratches. Look, if you bought this brand new, you have to return it.
You do talk like that. You talk like that to your family so often. No. You know for a damn fact that that's not the case.
If you were to buy in any fucking planet, if you were to buy a charger and it looked like this, you would say no and you would go return it.
The way you have to use logic like that all the time. You have to bend logic to be like, here, this is I'll present it from this angle.
And she's like, no, that can't be. It can't be. That is my charger. And then she just finds her charger. I mean, she accused me of lying,
This was
stealing.
like 2 hours later. She found her charger. It was in the car.
It was in the car.
The whole time.
That's another thing she does is the thing that she's looking for is constantly where it's supposed to be. It's never not where it's supposed to be.
All right, you guys, let's take a quick second and talk about one of our sponsors. Right now, I'm talking to auto mechanics as well as super cool do-it-yourself guys who work on their own cars. And I want to tell you about rockauto.com, the online store with every auto part at the best possible prices. This is your one-stop shop for everything auto parts. RockAuto.com has been in business for 20 years, and they make it easy to find the parts you need at the best possible prices. No more talking to counter guys who need to order your parts, aren't really sure what you're looking for, never have quite what you need, and then after all the hassle, will still charge you storefront markups. At RockAuto.com, you could easily find everything you need, and whether you're a mechanic, an auto shop, or just working on your own car, everyone has access to the same incredible pricing at rockauto.com. So if you're a car guy right now, go to rockauto.com and check out all the parts they have available for your car. One more time, go to rockauto.com, rockauto.com. There's no promo code needed because their pricing is already that good. When you order, just make sure you let them know at rockauto.com that you heard about them here on Broad Topix podcast. That's going to help us out, and you know we love that. One last time, rockauto.com. Let's get back into the show. Okay, sorry, everybody. Everything went to shit, but now we're back.
My mother came and hit me.
So I think we were talking about Chargergate, and I think we were on our way to talking about Boogiegate.
Boogiegate.
Yeah.
Oh, God. The boogeyman came through on the beach today, sweetie. And the boogeyman is my mama.
Now, it's really important to note that we woke up really early this morning. We got our shit packed. Everybody was in a good mood and ready to go to the beach. So ready to go to the beach, in fact, that we left your 88-year-old grandmother who was ready to go get breakfast with us at like 8:30 in the morning. We said, fuck you, Grandma. We're going to the beach. We'll deal with you later.
Well, let me tell you, before we even get into that wasn't particularly our fault. That is the chaos of my family, that my dad called me and he's like, I want to see you.
It's like, champ,
It was literally,
it's now or never.
it was literally like that scene where he's like, I came here to pick up my son. And he like picks him up and he puts him out. He's like, I'm going to come pick him up next week again. He's like, I want to see you, Kim. I need to see you. And he was like, and I'm driving through Cocoa now. And I'm like, okay, like, I want to see my daddy and my grandpa, and my grandma, but my grandma will be at the house all day, and my dad's driving through now. I get one chance.
You got to see him at the side of the road for a minute.
Please.
I swear to God.
So I have to bail on my...
We met him at the side of the road.
We did. And he didn't even have his car.
He was in a rental.
Why was he in a rental? I don't...
He was in a beaten up rental
Why
car.
was he in a rental? I don't know. He kept saying the word investors. I don't know. Is that a drug deal? Maybe. I don't know what's happening. But he literally was like, we stopped by the side of the road. He was like, well, I'll see you later, kid. You've grown. And I was like, no, I haven't. You stopped growing when you're 18 and I'm 30. So I haven't.
He said, you got bigger, didn't you?
By the way, everyone in my family just tells me I'm fat.
It's fucked up. It's really fucked up the degree to which everybody in your family will look you dead in the eye and tell you that you're fat.
Yeah.
That could never... I'll tell you right now, I could gain 50 pounds and my parents would be too afraid to tell me.
Oh, no. My grandmother was like, oh, look, you've gotten... My grandmother... not only called me fat, she tripled down. She was like, you've gotten fat. I mean, Jesus. And this is all in Spanish. She was like, I mean, Jesus, you've gotten fat. You're the fattest I've ever seen you.
And we're on our way to dinner and Kim was like, tengo mucha hambre. She's like telling her grandma she's so hungry.
I'm so hungry. She was like, with how big you are, how could you be? Fuck, dude. I put my bathing suit on. My mom was like, oh, Kim. It is so mean the way they call me fat.
That is really mean.
Everyone in my family bullies me. So I need you guys to stop being mean to me.
Part of the problem is, Kim, is that you never had the full-on mental breakdown that they were trying to push you to. And I think that if you had that full mental breakdown, they would be taking your emotions into account a little more. So they're like,
I'm too strong.
You're too strong.
I'm too
That's the
strong,
problem.
and they're chipping away at me.
I'll tell you, I had about 5 mental breakdowns when I was a teenager. My parents have been afraid to hurt my feelings ever since.
Really? I should have broke down more.
Yeah.
I held on too strong.
Yeah, I think that
It
truly
really
is a big part of it. It's something that's about your personality is really to be super strong in those moments, and it has opened you up to a lot more of having to be the strong person.
I cried in the car with Alex.
She did.
I said, I am tired.
She said, it's time that I cry. And you know what was funny? Before we went in the car on that errand, when we were sitting right out here, I was like, are you okay? I thought you were about to cry then. I could tell you were going to cry tonight, sister. I said, if it's not coming now, the tears are going to start flowing.
You know what made me cry? Oh, I'm going to cry again.
Oh, no.
I'm going to cry again.
What?
It's going to come out.
It's okay.
I want someone to take care of me.
I know.
I want to be taken care of. I want someone to go, oh, I already got your things. They're in the car. That's so much to ask.
It's really not. It's not, and it's something that you would do for everyone.
Don't worry. I picked up the tab. Don't worry, Kim. I'll carry it for you. You carry everything.
You do carry everything. It's okay. It's okay to feel that way too.
You know what fucking sucks? I'm gonna have a kid, and I'm gonna have to take care of that fucker too.
But that will be something that you signed up for at least.
I can't do it.
Yes, you can.
I can't. I'm too tired.
But I know that to be the thing that you want the most.
And then you know what I do? My dumbass. I grow up in this family. All they do is make fun of me, call me fat, make me do things, and then act like they just want to be surrounded by me constantly. And then my stupid ass goes into the industry, decides I want to be in Hollywood, where all people do is make me do things and call me fat and don't take care of me.
You are truly a glutton for pain.
I like pleasures spiked with pain. Music is my heroin and my heroin. Pleasure spiked with
Okay.
pain.
Okay.
I don't know if I'm laughing or crying at this point.
No, you're both. Which is great, and I think that's also something that that you're great at. You turn all the pain into funny. Where would you be without that, you know?
Happy. Just happy. It's fucked, dude.
Yeah.
It's fucked.
Yeah, it's wild.
It's fucked.
Do you want to just get into Boogie Gate?
We have to go into trauma after trauma. Can you tell him, please? At least just tell him. If I
Okay.
just to keep me from, let me rest.
So everything's nice.
I just need a break.
So we ditch Grandma, okay? We're like, we'll meet up with you later. We're gonna go to the beach. We're gonna go meet up with Dad, talk to him at the side of the road for 5 minutes, and then we're gonna go to the beach.
And then on the way to meet my dad, we said, "Oh, my sister, my only sister,
The sister who wasn't on." Well, I don't know the order of these coming out, but we have sisters coming on the podcast, okay? The sister that wasn't on the podcast was coming out to meet us as well. She's like, came out to meet us at the beach.
Yes.
And we're all excited, and she's bringing a surfboard. Mm-hmm. So Kim, very casually, as we're walking out onto the beach, we get there. It's beautiful. Everyone's really happy to be there. All of us together are happy to be there.
We're rolling a blunt. The sun is shining. We have cold waters.
Everything's perfect.
Everything's perfect, and I'm so happy.
And Kim casually says, well, when my other sister gets here with her surfboard, and we have a rented surfboard, and I have a surfboard, then Haley could have the boogie board, and we'll all be able to go out. And your mom really took it personally that she was not part of that group. She wasn't like the one of like all of us go out in the water.
To be honest,
she doesn't seem like she usually likes to go out in the water the whole time though.
No. And to be honest, I wasn't done with my sentence. And that's another thing I have trouble is just getting a full sentence out in this family. what I was going to say is, Cambria's coming with her surfboard. You rented a surfboard. I have a surfboard. I was going to say, and this is where I got caught off. I said, and we have a boogie board. I got cut off here, but I was going to say, so if Haley wants to rent a surfboard, we could all go out together. That was going to be my whole sentence, including my mom. But before we even got there, she chimed in and went, that's my boogie board. And I was like, okay. And she was like, yeah, I want to ride it. I didn't even get to, you guys were taking it the whole time. And
Which
I was just like,
we haven't used it.
We haven't used it
I
once.
used it on Tuesday for about 10 minutes.
I said, you can have it. I was just trying to make a nice statement, for fuck's sake.
So Kim was like, basically like, you know what? You could have the boogie board. Don't worry about it. Like, we'll all take turns with the surfboards, whatever. And Mom got upset and left. And she was like, you know what, guys? Just call me when you're ready to leave the beach for the day. I'm going home. I don't feel like being here. So we're like disappointed and everything because we had all been there together. But we move on with our day. We're like, it's fine. We'll just
We start talking about it eventually.
Maybe let's say an hour and a half later, we start talking about Boogie Gate, the whole situation.
We're like, that was crazy how it came out of nowhere. I can't believe she got so upset.
And also Kim had held it together and not talked about it that whole time. You had really let it go for a while and it was kind of coming back into your mind and you guys all just started talking about it again.
Hit Paul.
I know, I told you to text Paul in that moment. And just as everybody starts talking about it, I swear to God, it's
She can hear you.
She can hear you.
She's probably listening around the corner right now.
She is coming up from behind us on the beach with a brand new boogie board.
And she does do this thing when she gets upset at me where she leaves and shops. I don't know if you noticed that.
She did that on Tuesday.
The other day. What happened where she left and shop? What was that?
You had a sip of her drink in the car.
And it was alcohol. She was drinking and driving, and I called her out.
Yeah, and she was upset.
She was fucking pissed.
Yeah.
And I didn't even call her out in a mean way.
No,
I was trying to be
roasting her
funny.
on it. Yeah.
I was being funny. I go, damn, people in Florida are crazy. I
Yeah.
was even like judging her.
Yeah.
I was
You're like,
like,
girl, you got to be careful.
I was like, girl, you got to be careful. You don't want to get pulled over. And it was just dead silent in the car after that. And I was like, okay.
It's like, drinking and driving is not something you're supposed to bring up in this family.
No, it was like she was in love with a boyfriend and I told her he hit on me.
Yeah.
It was like that.
Yes.
I was like, Jesus.
Yeah.
Fuck, dude. Oh, and we hung out with her ex.
We'll get there.
She invites her. Okay. How long's the pod? We need more time.
We got another 15.
Okay.
We could go longer even.
Boogie Gate happened. Drink and drive gate happened.
Yeah. So whenever she's upset, she does go out shopping.
She comes
She
back
buys
with
herself something. She comes back. She's slightly better.
slightly better and just pretends nothing happened, which is odd to me.
Yeah, there's a lot of pretending nothing happened. And even when you say something, it's like, what? What are you talking about?
Oh, you mean gaslighting? The classic gaslight? When I learned what gaslighting was,
That probably opened an entire universe in your
When I
mind where
learned
you were
what-
like, oh, I've never been wrong.
my face was like Raven when she saw the future when I gaslit, but it went back to time. It was
Yeah.
I was like, all those times it did happen? Yeah, it's fucked up, dude. Families are fucked.
Right. Yeah, for sure.
And she invited her boyfriend.
Yeah, so we want to talk about the ex-boyfriend.
Yeah, she invited her ex-boyfriend, who I think is a great guy, but when they broke up, she's very dramatic, so when they broke up, she made us all, like, she asked us all to block him. I think some of her friend Matt, who's an angel sweetie pie, was there.
I love him.
He's awesome.
I love his relationship. I love him. He's very cute.
He's a very good boy.
It's good vibes over there.
He was there, and when she was like, "Oh yeah, my ex is coming to have dinner," and she kept putting it on me, which was strange.
Yes, she kept saying he's coming to see Kim.
And I don't. And if you're listening to this, my mom's ex, it's not that I don't like you. It's just I don't feel like you would particularly come to see me.
You don't feel that close to him of all of your mom's exes.
When we hung out, We were close during those times.
He's not a stepdad type thing.
They dated and then it was over. It was like 3 or 2 months and then it was over. So I did like him a lot when they were dating, and then when they broke up, I was
He's great.
He's gone. So I don't think he'd particularly come back to me, but he did come back, and it was so funny. It was so awkward because her friend was like, You made everyone block him. Now we just have to look him in the eye. She did
announce, we were all sitting in the hotel room together when she came in and announced, she said, well, he's coming. And and her friend was immediately like, not the guy who you made us all block. Like pretty recently.
Yeah. We have to look him in the eye and pretend we didn't block. He's also been messaging me. Like, he is a nice guy. He's been like, hope you're well. Always support the pod. He's been messaging Matt like, miss you, man.
The way you opened the door for him at the hotel room last night, you're like, Daddy's back.
I did say that. Oh, my daddy.
She said, Daddy, you're back.
Honestly, he spent more time with me than my dad on this trip. So he took me out to dinner.
He did. He did pick up the tab for all of us last night. Mm-hmm. It was really sweet.
Yeah, he's a nice guy. What else? So much has happened. It's like I can't even process it. What?
I can't. A lot has happened. It's hard to keep straight in your mind.
Yeah.
One thing to the next.
Welcome to my whole life.
The hotels.
Oh, those. Tell them.
So Kim booked a lovely hotel for us this week. She found it at a great price. It was agreeable to everybody. She jumped on it.
It was actually $250 cheaper than any other option. And the only reason I got it is because I made a mistake and I thought I booked 2 nights when I booked 1 night. So I thought the price was for 2 nights. When I looked at the price, I thought I booked 2 nights, but I booked 1 night. So when I called the hotel and they went to correct it, I was like, we can't do this price. This is like, I already told my whole group we were doing this price.
I thought we were getting 2 nights for this price. We're only getting 1. I actually can't do it.
Yes.
Okay.
And they said, we'll price match, because I guess they just didn't have the room booked, and they must have had, you saw it was pretty empty. And
it was completely empty. It was one of my favorite things about the hotel was that nobody was there, by the way.
And it is, by the way, one of the reasons I picked that hotel is because I know who you are, and I know you like to, we both are. We're in LA and New York.
Chill.
We just like to be in quiet when we come to vacation.
Meet people on vacation.
And my mom's the kind of person that she wants to be at the busiest bar with the ice luges, and if there's an ice luge, she's there.
If there's an ice luge, she's on the other end of it, her with frozen lips. Her lips are blue.
If there's an ice luge, my mama's lips are blue. I'll tell you something. I've been speaking very negatively about her. She is fun.
She's the most fun.
She's so fun.
And I love her. I mean,
but the fun gets tiring. So I book at this hotel at a good rate.
Yeah.
And
a half price rate, apparently.
A half price rate, quite literally half the price.
Yeah.
And it's not like, my family does not come from money. None of us have any money. I'm the richest person in my family. I'll tell you that right now.
That's
and
depressing.
I have a scary amount of money for how successful I am.
For how many people know your name?
Yeah.
It's shocking.
Yeah. I'm more broke. I say it constantly that I deserve more.
And you do.
I do. So I get us a really good rate, a beautiful hotel, and
Kim, there have been times where I've been tripping, asking the universe for things, and instead of asking it for money, I ask it for money for you.
Please give Kim that audition. She just deserves.
Please let Kim book the part. Please see her talent. For Christ's sakes,
the amount of callbacks I've had where people are like, God, you're the biggest star we've ever seen.
They love telling you that you were their second choice and you didn't get it. They love telling you that. I'm like, that's just something you say?
The industry.
How many times could you be the second choice?
I cannot believe the
I'm frustrated.
The amount of times where they've been like, and they love to tell you how much you would have made. They're like, this is a $60 million deal.
As the person who literally has no stake in this, besides that I help Kim memorize her lines for the audition and I read them with her, I'm frustrated.
I get, and
as your acting coach.
Now, people that aren't in the acting industry, when you're acting, you're doing auditions, callbacks don't happen Like my manager is like, oh, you know, the people that I do have acting regularly, one in every like 30, 40, 50, 60 auditions, they get a call back. I get
and then
a call
one
back.
out of every fucking 100 callbacks they book a part. It's crazy.
Yeah, I get callbacks regularly. So I know it's good. I know that what I'm doing is good. And they love to go like, oh, this would have changed your life. But
They don't realize that the closer that you get to getting something, the more annoying it is to lose.
yeah.
Like once you get the callback, you kind of feel like you have a really good shot at getting the part. So getting the callback and not getting the part kind of hurts more than just getting your audition ignored completely.
Then it's like if your audition's ignored, you're like, oh yeah, thousands of people auditioned. They might have been tired when they watched my tape. Getting the callback is like, no, they look me dead in my eyes. They said at the audition.
They said she's almost right, but not quite.
No, thank you.
There's something off about it.
Yes. It's so hurtful. How did we even get into this?
I don't know. We were talking about booking the hotels. How for some reason. I don't know how we got to auditions. We're tired, bro. Another issue with this is like we are trying to bring you guys these shows in person and make them as fun as possible. But in order to do that, we have to physically go see each other. I stayed up all night getting on a flight to come see Kim. And then we have to
do things,
experience fun so that we have shit to talk about.
That's true.
We have not stopped moving from like 8 a.m. to midnight every day.
And all I have is complaining about my family.
All we have to show for it is the Congdon drama.
Congdon drama. Yeah, so I booked this hotel. And
it's we were talking about how we like a quiet vibe.
Yes.
Your mom's the ice luge queen. That's where we got to.
yes, she's the ice luge queen. She wants a crazy vibe. And I did tell her, I was like, Alex she doesn't drink. She wanted to go to this place called Coconuts. It's just like a college bar, essentially, on the beach. It looks like spring break on the beach constantly. And it's just not really...
Not my
I'm the
energy.
kind of person that I can adjust to whoever I'm hanging out with. And it's just not really Alex's vibe. And so...
I could put in for a night, but I'm going to not be thrilled while I'm there, and I'll be mentally exhausted when I get home. That's the energy.
Yeah, I would rather relax. And so I booked this hotel. It's so nice. It's so beautiful. There's a pool. It's right on the beach.
Quiet.
When we check in, she goes, "Did you get oceanfront?" And I was like, "No." "Did you pay extra money for oceanfront?" "No, I didn't. I booked it. I didn't get oceanfront. My bad." I was like, "We are on the ocean. It's literally when you step out of the elevator, the sand is on the floor."
Yeah.
Like we're on the ocean. When we come inside to go to bed at night, I don't care if I see the ocean. Mm-hmm. My window's going to be closed. I'm
windows
going to
anyway.
bed.
Yeah.
There's no moment where I was just hanging out in the hotel room. And so then I go up to the front desk and I go, "Can we have one that's like on the corner?" And they give us a really good room that's not technically oceanfront, but you could quite literally see the ocean from our window.
From the window, you're facing the side of the building, so you could see land and the ocean out to the side. It's beautiful.
It's not the whole ocean. It's the side of the ocean with the land and the nature, and it looks gorgeous. And the room's good, and you can tell she is pissed.
The room's clean. The room's perfect.
She doesn't like it. She doesn't like that it's good because
that's not what the place that she wanted to be.
And on the way there, she's showing me all the places and all the rates. By the way, before I booked the room, I asked her to help me book a room, and she couldn't. She just couldn't. I don't know why. Things were too complicated, and she just couldn't help me.
I thought of another gate, by the way. For
Oh God, what? Remind me.
Packing gate.
Oh God, not packing gate.
Well, but let's move on with Hotel Gate first.
I mean, there's not much to Hotel Gate besides the fact that she hated it.
No. But the thing about Hotel Gate was that every time we got in the car and passed by any other hotel, she had to show us what amenities it had that made it better than the one that we were staying in. Which we were all really enjoying. There was just no need.
I don't think anybody else complained about the hotel.
No.
I think everybody, in fact, was like, we love this hotel.
We love the hotel. Yeah.
It had a little tiki bar, it had a bar, it had a pool. It was nice. She loved to go by the hotels and be like, "See that one? $78 a night." I was was like,
she was naming prices like she worked for Expedia, dude. It was crazy.
she turned into a fucking travel agent, this bitch. She was 78 a night right on the beach. And then and then what she does is she learns what we like and she starts throwing those in there. So she knew me and you had been
great
into surfing
over there.
She goes, oh, in front of this one, the $78 a night. Kim, I sent you that link. In front of that one, the waves roll in for
the perfect
years.
surfing waves.
I mean, we'll have fun at the one Kim picked, but the waves are rough, the sharks are bad, there's jellyfish, and I think there's bodies, but this is crazy.
Which, by the way, the beach was beautiful on the hotel. The ocean was a little rough, so we didn't surf at the hotel, but in retrospect, what a good thing, because when we go to surf, we go fucking hard. We can't help it. This is like
we hang 10, bruh.
This is ski gate all over again.
We found the pow pow in the wah wah,
bro.
If you know what I'm saying,
bro. I was hanging 10.
I am
so hard.
I mean, I think we already talked about you surfing, right?
We did,
but I will say one more time before we end this podcast that I was fucking impressed with you.
You know, it's annoying.
Wildly impressed how good Alex is at surfing.
There are not a video exists of me hanging 10, but you gotta trust in my heart, I fucking got there.
She hung 11.
I hung 11, bro. It was great.
She truly hung 11. She was so good. So good.
So, but yeah, you're right. So your mom, she would pick up on everything that we liked, and she'd be like, "Oh, that's a great bar to do acid at." Like,
she goes,
like,
them?
You guys were probably like tripping there.
Oh, but the Crown Plaza's cool too. I was like, please leave me alone. Stop hurting me. Oh man.
Yeah. You want to hit Packing Gate and call it a day?
Let's hit Packing Gate.
We're going to go back to the beginning of the story.
I don't even remember Packing Gate.
You came to pick me up from the airport.
Well, this is where it all started. I can't believe we're going all the way back. We're going to the beginning to make it the end.
Yeah, it's a Terminator timeline,
beginning of the
baby.
End, people. Let me tell you, I went to go pick up Alex at the airport. The airport's an hour away. And my mom said in the morning, do you want me to come with you? And
this was before we go to the hotel or anything. We're planning to... We're making the plan, yeah.
Because I booked a hotel that doesn't have good surf and is not fun. I told my mom, well, there is a day before and a day after the hotel that we have time to go to your favorite beach. And I'm like, I don't know if you noticed that I love to compromise.
Constant compromise.
I will I just will. Whatever people want to do to make it the easiest, I will.
As long as Kim gets the thing that she wants at some point, she also wants everybody else to have the thing that they want.
Yes. As long as I catch a couple waves. The goal is for
everybody to be happy, and Kim wants to catch a couple waves and have fun in the sun.
Because I'm working full time, so I just want to enjoy a ride. I'm packing, I'm booking, I'm inviting.
You're taking care of babies.
I'm bathing. My cousin brought his 3 kids.
Yes, we have to talk about how I did Legion of Skanks the other day. Oh my God.
Well, let's get into Packing Gate and then we'll get into Skanks and we'll end it there. So I go, I'm going to pick up Alex. I'm going to pick her up at the airport. My mom goes, do you want me to ride with you? Very sweet offer. I go, yeah. And then as she's walking with me, I go, you know what? You know, it's a better idea is because we want to spend a lot of time at this beach and the waves are at the best in the morning. I said, why don't you? And we already had our stuff pre-packed. So I was just telling my mom, why doesn't she just get the stuff together and put it on the front porch so that there's a pile of towels, beach stuff. And I was like, you have an hour.
The surfboard, everything that's coming to the beach.
Everything that's coming to the beach, put it right here.
Everyone that's coming to the hotel, it's all going.
And it's not like I'm asking her to pack my stuff. My stuff's packed. It's in a corner. It's ready to go. I'm just asking her to pack her
stuff, whatever she wants to bring to the beach.
And the surfboard. Mm-hmm. The only thing I asked is for the surfboard.
Mm-hmm.
And she goes, that's a great idea. I'll pack, and then when you get here, we'll get in the car and go.
Mm-hmm.
And I pick up Alex, 1 hour there, about 30 minutes waiting, because you know how airports are. She's got to get her thing, and 1 hour back. That's 2.5 hours.
Mm-hmm.
Now that I'm thinking about it, it's insane.
Not getting worked up all over again.
I come home, and I expect to open the door and go, Alex is here, let's pack the shit, let's get in the car. And she is reading glasses on at the table, bills scattered everywhere, on the phone with bill collectors or something, paying bills. And I was like, are you ready?
And she was like, yeah, I just got all my bills paid for the whole month. She was proud.
She was excited. And I was like, okay, are we ready to go? She's like, yeah, I just got to pack some food and the rest of the stuff. And I'm like, what do you mean What do you mean you have to pack? We're supposed to be ready to go. Because the waves, and all I want is to surf.
All Kim wants in life is to surf, by the way. I've heard talk of Kim giving up comedy for surfing this week.
That's true.
I've heard a lot of talk about comedy going out the door and beach life coming in.
I might quit comedy and just move to the beach and never speak to anyone again.
Except me.
Except you. We might have to still do the pod because I made a couple $100 a month. But yeah, she wasn't ready. And then she was like, but I had to pay my bills. And I was like, why now? Why now? So that happened.
Right.
And then when you recorded Legion of
Skanks. So, and I am always paranoid about my work, especially with taking the time to be in places with Kim and knowing that I have work back home that needs to be done. I'm like anxious about it constantly. So for like days, I've been like, Wednesday, 2:00, I have a Zoom show. I'm going to need to be on the computer focused. It's going to take me about 2 hours and then I'll be back to party.
And this is what my family goes like, oh yeah, we'll respect it. Of course.
Of
we respect
course,
the arts.
absolutely. You could get your work done. It's work.
Yes, it's work.
Trabajo.
Trabajo importante.
Importante.
And then about 2:16.
Okay. It was just enough time for us to finish recording ads.
But yeah, it was just at the point where you guys finished ads.
So we had just finished recording ads and we're about to settle in and start the episode. I got my notes out. I got my timer out. I got my headphones
They came in with a warning like the guy before the war starts.
Yeah,
with the fire. Where
Kim
when
comes
they're standing at the top of the building and they go, is that flame?
Kim was a real Paul Revere of this story, okay? Kim came in on a horse and she was like, the Puerto Ricans are coming.
I did. The Puerto Ricans are coming.
She's like, I hate to tell you this, Alex. I know this is the only place that you have Wi-Fi and you're available to do your show, but my family's ready to leave the beach. I know you know we invited my cousin and his 3 small children, as well as my sister and her small child, and all my other sisters. Everybody's here. Friends are here. They all need to come bathe the children in this one tiny hotel room during the show.
It was one little hotel room, and I think 16 to 18 Puerto Ricans are just in the background, nude babies. There's naked babies. They're all sandy. All of them are crying.
Everybody's crying.
Everyone's crying.
Kim's crying.
I'm bathing 2 under my arm. I just want to catch a quick wave outside, dude. All I want to do is hang a quick 10, dude.
There's sand all over the hotel room. I'm feeling flicks of sand.
I'm trying to say hi to
me.
Lewis on the stream with 3 babies in hand. I'm like, can I say hi?
It was fucking
It was a nightmare.
It was crazy.
Mm-hmm.
But it did show me that I could call upon a sense of calm. It was almost meditative, the way that I zoned into the show and pretended that none of you were there.
You know what my family feels like?
I could survive a Puerto Rican family, I feel.
You know the siblings in Home Alone when they're packing and ready to go? Mm-hmm. That's what the hotel room looked like. It was like that.
Yeah, but I was home alone. Oh, man. But it's been a fun week. Your family's the best.
Yeah, they're
the greatest.
Shit as I talked about them, I got to tell you, they're more fun than any other, like most families I hang out with. Like a lot of the times when I hang out with other families, I go, ugh, I gotta go back to my family.
Yeah.
So they're fun when they're not like mentally abusing me.
Yay!
All right, I think that's the episode. Wow, I feel better. You guys, thank you for letting me feel better, and thank you for listening to me. I'm sorry I cried.
You guys are all Paul now.
What?
I said you guys are all Paul now.
Paul's my therapist. All right, you guys, this has been a fun episode. We'll see you guys next week.
You want to plug?
Oh, yeah.
You can follow me on Twitter and Instagram at I am Alex Scar, and check out Sick and Portly. Watch Rick and Morty every Monday right after Legion of Skanks, only on gasdigitalnetwork.com/live. And if you head to gasdigitalnetwork.com, you could use promo code TOPICS for a 7-day free trial where you get access to every episode of the show on demand, bonus content, live chat, all the good stuff. If you're a YouTube or iTunes listener, I'm sure you've noticed that we only have a certain number of episodes available, our most recent ones. If you want to go into the past, see literally how our friendship started. I showed up at Kim's apartment one day to record the first episode of this podcast, and it was the first time we ever hung out. So it's a cool if you're a big fan of the show, it is a really cool thing to do.
We should go back and watch it and do a review of us watching our own podcast.
Commentary. Director's commentary.
90-day fiance style.
I love that. Yeah, so gasdigitalnetwork.com, promo code Topix.
Hell yeah. Guys, follow me on Twitter at Kimberly Congdon, on Instagram at Kim Congdon. Check me out on twitch.tv/QueenCong1. Check out my other podcast called This Bitch with Sarah Weinshank, anywhere you find podcasts, and we'll see you next week.
Bye.
Bye.